Whenever, man, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Whenever I hear that music for the intro here, bless you. I feel like that music in particular. I feel like calmer once it starts. Like it feels like it's like a good reset. Well, apparently Aaron's allergic to intro music.
It's definitely got that spa mentality.
Yeah,
A
yeah,
good
yeah. I
spa.
feel like somebody's supposed to be telling us to like now open your eyes.
No,
Hi guys.
I feel like I'm calling to inquire about why my insurance going up so much. It feels very much like please
Nah,
hold while we find
nah.
the next representative.
Your
I mean,
call is very important to
I
us.
could, I could see. Oh my gosh, I think that they stopped doing that. Did they stop doing that? Your call is
I,
really important to us
I don't think so.
because if it's so, if my call is that important, bro, like
It's not.
I feel like
Actually,
you would have
you know what I
answered.
appreciate now? I appreciate when they're like, "We're gonna call you back." Is that cool? I'm like, "Yeah, call me back." I
You're number
appreciate that.
23 in line. We can give you a call, and then you miss the call back, of course.
Right, because you don't recognize the number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you always on do not disturb like me, so you just miss the call.
Who is it?
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think that the call's that important.
Fair enough.
Well, the call is here's the thing. The call could be important if you are inquiring about the service. But if you have already paid for the service,
it's over.
Yeah, you're not
it's
that
over.
important. You're not that important,
It's
sir.
We already got you. We already got you.
Yeah.
The longer we have you on hold, the longer you'll be in service with us. So
right,
we'll call you back.
And who's ever on the other end of that line has heard all of it. Like there's nothing you could say or do. It's gonna get them to.
Only thing, no. If you start off with, I'd like to disconnect my service.
Let me get
they're
you.
All, they're all ears. No, they're all ears. They're like, well, let's get you over to the service recovery, and then they're like, it will give you a discount. We'll send out.
I couldn't do that.
To your house,
I couldn't do that job.
Which one?
Yeah.
Like the saver.
The service recovery?
I couldn't be the saver because I don't deal well with rejection. And you just dealing with people that's trying to reject you all day, and you got to fight tooth and nail.
Right. Yeah, but Finn, I'd be like, I want to cancel. Yeah. Very well, sir. See you.
What you know?
Dang,
let me know your account number. We can get you taken care of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to cancel. Oh man, that sucks, bro. You're like the fifth one today. Let me get you.
Just go ahead and get you situated.
All right. Well, hey guys, welcome to the PR Project, episode number 109. We're moving right along. This podcast, this episode, and many others are sponsored and brought to you by Sir Nutrition. You know what? I feel like I'm in one of those moods, guys. Hey, look, if you love the PR Project, you love me, Aaron, Gary, all of us together, or individuals separately, go to sur.com, sur.co, buy something, and use PR Project as a code. I'm telling you this because number one, you won't be disappointed, and number two, you'll help us out. If you know us, if you know Aaron and myself and Gary well enough, you know that we haven't had 20,000 sponsors, and that should say something.
Right.
We only endorse things that we like and use, and we actually had an honor and privilege to use this product for quite some time, since November last year.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Well, a little bit before that, they sent it out before TRE.
Right. They sent it before TRE, and we had some chance to actually use it, have it part of our process. These guys are training for like actual races using the beetroot and the name of it, the alt red.
Yep.
But yeah, check it out.
Really.
Oh yeah. I mean, look, man, Aaron, you a little farther behind in that category, but once you hit that master's energy, look, I don't know if my knees and cartilage and stuff need help, but I'm gonna assume that they probably do, because I guess as you get older, the blood flow through the stuff in the cartilage and things goes less, and then it's issues.
These are all the scientific terms, by the way.
then you got issues, and then things get creaky. Those mornings you wake up and you feel like you got, stomped out in your sleep.
I will say honestly that in the morning taking the joint support, I've been doing this regularly. Going down the stairs in the morning is a lot easier than it was before.
Bro, be putting on the oil in his joints. Hey, I just thought, I don't know. Was it Tin Man needed oil, right?
Yeah.
Didn't he need oil in his joints and all that? What did he need? A brain or a heart or what?
Heart. He needed a heart. Tommy.
Heart. The Tin
He
Man?
needed a heart because he wasn't having good circulation.
No, wait. I thought the lion needed a heart.
Courage.
Guys.
The king of the jungle needed courage.
Scarecrow needed a brain.
Yeah.
Brain, courage. No, their body part. It's the what's the name needed a heart.
The lion was spooky.
Courage.
He was spooky little scary fellow.
I thought that's why he needed a heart. Like, yo, you gotta have a heart.
No, he needs courage.
That's weak though. One person needs a brain, the other one needs a heart, and this guy needs like courage. Like they couldn't come up with nothing else. Like a yo, I need some lungs. You know what I'm saying?
There's a deep dive we can get into about the Wizard of Oz here in the books and whatnot, but I think we should probably just.
I mean,
I got some Wizard of Oz lore in my past for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like it was anyway, guys. Look, whether you are the lion, the Tin Man, or the Scarecrow, Sir Nutrition's got you.
Good way to wrap it up. Good way. There we go.
Tin Man needed a heart. Okay, ma. I just feel like okay, I'll agree that the Tin Man needed a heart, but what I'm saying is they dropped the ball on the lion. Like, you see what I'm saying? The logic behind two of them needing like organs, and then one guy just needing like mind over matter.
The Scarecrow and the Tin Man are not living creatures in reality.
Oh.
The lion is. So the lion can't live without a heart or a brain because it's a lion,
Oh yeah.
I mean, the lion could have said it could have been a fake lion. It could have said, "I want a soul" or something. But
But even still, like soul, Kurt. I mean, But I mean, I guess, what about like a liver transplant?
The lion
was a
serious issues with alcohol, and it's time.
He's on the transplant list.
Oh,
he doesn't have good insurance.
Oh my God.
He had the courage, but the liquid drained out. So
yeah, the liquid. He had too much liquid courage.
Yeah,
and now here's where he's at. Welcome to the PR Project. This is episode number 109, sponsored by Sir Nutrition. Lion, Scarecrow, Tin Man, Sir Nutrition's got you. Sir.co. Support us, support them, PR Project, in the promo code to get 15% off. I'm gonna tell you right now, that was the best ad read we've ever done.
Ever.
Flawless.
Yeah.
Ever. Like flawless.
Let's pull that one.
Pull that whole clip because Sir Nutrition like, yo, we never thought about the Wizard of Oz in our sales pitch. Add it to the sales pitch. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all.
Licensing, who needs it?
Right.
Oh yeah, right. That's what they got us for. We can do it. We
can fight Disney. No worries.
They ain't got no money. All right. So what we got a few things to talk about. What are we talking about first, guys?
I want to ask, this has come up a couple times in our travels, in races.
By races? No. I'm sorry.
Aaron, do people think Aaron and I look like brothers? Are related in some way?
I mean, Eric, Gary, can you get a little closer? Yeah, I see it. Okay, honestly, wait, is there a backstory? I mean, I've always thought that y'all were related in some sense. Like, I know, like, if y'all knew. Because like me and Lance are related.
At some point.
I mean, me and Lance are related. But so I mean, maybe y'all are like in real life. Like I think that like y'all need to go to a couple more family reunions, and like one of these times y'all gonna run into each other. Like, dang.
Maybe. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibilities, but I haven't had a family reunion on my mom's side in years. My dad won't.
The chances of us
reunion in my life.
So
wait, what?
My family has never reunited.
Oh, wow.
However you would, I've never been to a family reunion.
Okay, guys. Oh, let's solve this in the chat, please. I know it seems like you guys are kind of like flabbergasted, like me. Drop it in the chat. Do you guys feel like Gary and Aaron could actually? No, hold on. Let me move these closer. Wow, Aaron, look up. There we go.
I mean, it first came up, I think, at for me anyway, at the Olympic marathon trials when I was called Aaron, and then I was called Garen. Right? Remember that, Tammy?
Oh, like people called you Aaron. I don't remember that.
At the Hoka,
Yeah.
whatever it was called. And then over Christmas in Pontiac, like, oh, the brothers 1 and 2. I'm like,
I didn't know.
The brother
that.
was behind
wow,
me,
that's what they said.
It wasn't like over
Okay.
the speaker, but afterwards it was like, you guys are brothers?
Come on, chat. I need the chat to free up. Do Aaron and Gary look alike? I mean, not like
Twins.
strike like twins and nothing like that. We know that they're not twins. They were born on different years, obviously. Not too obvious, Gary, but but
brothers, not brothers.
Oh, okay. But I mean, I could see it, like, as because y'all both kind of move the same in public, like y'all both kind of have the same, like.
So here's the thing: when Gary gets tanned,
he's darker than you.
We are close. Like our complexion is close. Like when we're both in like full summer mode, we get pretty close, like complexion wise.
Yeah.
We both have brown eyes. I guess you could say that as well. Gary usually has a little more facial hair than me. I usually have a little more hair on top of my head than Gary. Usually. Not always. But I think that's kind of where the comparison starts. I mean, we are like the same height.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
I mean,
it's just
the thing is, like,
our proximity to you is really where people get hung up.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
That's next to Tommy.
No, I don't know, guys. I think we should just keep this like as a running topic, for the next like year or so. And I think the more we talk about it, the more people start to kind of like see it. You know what I'm saying?
You say so.
All right.
You guys saw I posted that story over the weekend where somebody's like, "Oh, there's Aaron, our first celebrity," and I'm like, "Not Aaron."
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, it was just Believing the Run and Running Warehouse. They were doing the shoe spotting at TRE, and they finally posted it. And because I had run through their camera, and I remember pointing at Thomas, and Thomas Newberger was like, "Hey, it's Aaron, our first celebrity." And I stopped the clip, and I just put "not Aaron." It was me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, guys. I think that you guys are too close to this issue, and someone like me looking objectively, you guys are like a spitting image of each other. So, that's that.
Gary's a very attractive guy. I've heard, GQ has reached out to Gary to put him on the list for most men in the world. So I'll take it as a compliment.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm not mad at it for sure.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
I feel sorry for my brother and for Jared because, like our respective brothers in real life,
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that like you guys got to change. Well, I think you guys might be related though, because like, how did both of y'all not have family reunions? Something's going on in the families here that we need to figure out, like on a deeper level. Why ain't y'all family reunioning? And we all do. I think that y'all gonna end up in the same spot.
Tommy, I'd love to give you a breakdown of American history. And that family reunions are very, very, very popular in the Black community for a very specific reason. There's a very specific reason why families are reuniting in the Black community. And I don't know if it's.
Oh, is that what it is? That why it started?
I don't have any proof that's why it started. I just think it's.
I think that'd be a good sale. I think that'd be.
I don't know any of my white family that ever went to a family reunion personally. I'm not trying to make this a race thing. I don't want to make it that, But
okay, all right, fine. Well, it is
family
now.
reunion is a institution of Black Americans in a way that I don't know if it is for everyone else.
Okay, so white folks in the chat, jump in the chat. I don't know the answer to this question. I'm asking.
This is a theory. I'm just
We're phoning a
I'm
friend.
theorizing
Our
right
family, our family reunions.
now. Cultural.
Yes,
We had
yeah.
for a number of years on my mom's side, the Mexican side of my family, for a number of years.
Okay,
But we never had one on my dad's side of the family ever, as far as I remember.
We are leaning in the maybe not category. Okay, this is something. Okay, forget the whole brother and related thing. Reunions. Okay, that's what we got to figure out. If we don't find out the answer for you by the end of this show, we will check back in.
I already told 23andMe to delete my data. So
okay. Alexis says, pretty sure everyone has family reunions, guys.
Okay.
Okay. You guys just gotta if you, that's another thing. If your family's too small for whatever reason, then why would you need a family reunion?
Right. They just call it
it's called like Sunday dinner, right?
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
Oh, so Alexis is on the joke. Otherwise, it's just called dinner. You know. Maybe that's a thing. I don't know. We got to figure that out. I feel like that is worth all the manpower and thought that we have as the three of us as hosts of this show. We should get to the bottom. We should get to the bottom of this historical issue. You know. I mean, 'cause what if we solve the answer to this problem? I feel like society as a whole. I mean, it might be, bro. It might be. Why are people so cranky? Because they ain't had a family reunion in 20 years. You know? I'm just saying. Allison said it's only a family reunion if there are matching t-shirts. That's fact. I'm not wearing one, but it's fact. If at least the elders
that got family reunion t-shirts from the 1990s, bro.
You know what? That's what you need to be doing, Aaron. That's what you need to be doing. You need to be pitching these family reunion graphic tee fire, bro. You know how many whack family reunion t-shirts is just floating around in the ether? You got to do this. Fix it.
Not even that. On top of that, when we were in Disney, the families had their own t-shirts as well.
Aaron, you're missing. Bro, Aaron.
I don't design t-shirts.
I mean, because they would. I don't do that for families. I don't know, man. Okay, all right. I got some stuff to think about.
People will wear a family reunion t-shirt until you don't even know what the family name is no more. It's
missing letters. Why does this sound like so not long ago? But it is.
Right.
An 11-year-old t-shirt is pretty old.
Yeah, 11-year t-shirt's a very old t-shirt. So really random. This has nothing to do with with our show, or running, or anything. So the Masters just ended, the golf tournament, and Rory McIlroy won, and he was the first. He is like the sixth person to ever win the Slam, so all four majors in a row, and. I watched the last the 18th hole, and he missed a par putt for bogey to go in a playoff, and then he won in the playoff hole, right? But they showed a fact that the last person to do this was Tiger Woods. He's the fifth person to do it, and that was in 2000, the year 2000, and that made me feel so old before I got on this call because that's 25 years ago. And we were like grown people with thoughts 25 years ago, and it just seems crazy to me. Not grown people, but we was close. We thought we was close. Oh, Aaron, never mind.
I was in college.
I was 10, but okay.
You were 10. I was 15. You were in college, Gary?
Yeah. Right.
Oh man. Oh boy.
No.
All right. Now that didn't go as well as I planned. All right.
But I understand what you're saying, though, Tom.
It's just that the year 2000 does not seem like that long ago. Cash Money Records taking over for the 9-9.
When somebody says 25 years ago, I still think,
1800. Yeah, something like that.
I still think 20 years ago was the 1960s. So
Y'all seen that post that said we closer to what it said? We are the same amount of distance from 20. Let me not even do it. Never mind.
But is this?
But it was something about 1937 and 2050 or something.
Oh, we're closer to 50 than we were 1937.
Yeah. It's something. It's something that really the numbers are just crazy. Numbers are crazy.
Okay, one more thing that had my mind going like kind of crazy the other day. Listen.
Okay.
If it was like, let's just say it's whenever Aaron was the first an adult, right? Like, what was that? Like 2012?
Like, I mean, depends on what you consider an adult. Robert Kelly.
All right. somewhere in like 2015ish, whatever, right? Would you have, if somebody told you that there'd be self-driving vehicles or flying? Remember at one point we thought there'd be flying cars,
right?
Yeah.
And I believed that way more than I ever thought there'd be a self-driving vehicle, like completely like self-driving. Because when I was in Santa Monica, they had Waymo. You've seen Waymos before?
Yeah.
They had, I mean, I saw them like a couple years ago in San Francisco. Like it was like one or two the whole time I was there. Like you see Waymos in California now, like Corollas.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's like you see them everywhere, and there's people like just in the back of them because they're like Ubers. And I'm looking at like, I don't believe this. And I showed a video to my grandma. She's like, this is a scary place. Like, I would have thought the cars would fly before they would drive themselves, which is weird thought.
I don't think people talked about self-driving cars over flying cars.
No.
The flying cars
it was obvious, right? Because we got planes, we got airplanes, we got cars. Why can't they fly? Not drive themselves around and like negotiate traffic. Oh, Lord.
That was literally the oldest thing you could have said about it, bro. Like, oh Lord, literally the oldest thing you could have possibly said.
Man, I'm actually more scared of flying cars, people flying cars in flying cars than I am of self-driving cars.
Yeah, I don't think it's a matter of we can't make flying cars. I just think it's better for society to not have flying cars.
Yeah, you don't need a bunch of Luke Skywalkers flying all over this.
These people can fly on the ground. Imagine them in the air.
Look. So Shannon said Waymo would never, because that's what every time we saw somebody do something dumb in a car, we was like, Waymo would never. Like, because Waymo was like, boom, boom, boom. Like Waymo was good, bro. Like Waymo wasn't even driving like you would think a self-driving car would, like 20 feet back from everything. It's like literally in traffic with everything, and it's negotiating all things that's happening. Like, you know, it's actually like odd how it moves around like somebody's whipping it. You know what I'm saying? And I told my grandma, I'm like, look, so Joe said, I'm never jumping on a Waymo. It's in, you would get in. But not, you know, if you get on top of a Waymo, I'm not sure where it's
surfing the Waymo crazy.
It's a car. You know, so like, but I told my grandma, I'm like, I'm sure that they probably have them in Savannah or somewhere. When I come to visit, we got to get in one. So like, imagine my grandma born in 1930. Getting in a car that drove it, like she told me she remembers like her uncle had the first Model T, like, and she remembers being in it with the whatever she called it seat, you know. And imagine her being in that car as a kid and then being in a car to driving itself. That'd be crazy. I want to be there for that.
It's fire.
I want to be there for that.
Fire for sure. I think Waymo's in like 3 cities right now. I think it's in Austin,
San Fran, Austin, and in Santa Monica. It's got to be San Fran. I think it's got to be San Fran. I think. Oh, Rumble Seat. That's what she said. Rumble Seat. Yeah. But Joe, you would get in a Waymo if you seen it. If he was right there, Joe would definitely get in a Waymo. Progressive.
I get in a Waymo before I get in the car with some people I know.
Yeah, I mean, Waymo's not getting the ticket. Waymo not making like silly decisions for sure. You know.
Right.
They had little carts delivering food. They call Cocos.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's just running down the sidewalk. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. It's crazy. You could never have a Waymo in Detroit though. It's not happening.
People love their cars here.
They're like, no. Right. Right. All right. So this is the show we talk about running. We do have we got some fun stuff coming up. Sorry for the hard left. Waymo would never. Boston Marathon weekend is coming up. I just want to give a round of applause to everybody that's going to be racing. It's going to be racing. Good job. If you're qualified, if you're raising money, if you have created a social influence that a brand would want to work with you, or whatever it is, you got a run club or whatever. Shouts out to everybody who is towing the line in Boston. It's a great race. It's fun. It's tough, but it's one of those things that if you can check it off the list, do it and have some fun while you're doing it. So it's happening. It's a big deal. We know somebody that's racing. Keira D'Amato is racing on Monday, Boston Monday, and we're super excited for a couple reasons. Some selfish reasons, but then also because I've been kind of like watching her thing over the last few years. She had a coach. She had the same coach that she had from when she first came back to running, all the way until about like last year sometime, and got the American record twice, I think in the half and the full at one point, and she definitely still has the. Didn't she just lose the 10-mile record?
Yeah, just like last
weekend. She just like last weekend she lost the 10-mile record, road record.
Cherry Blossom.
It was the Cherry Blossom, was it? Yeah.
Yep.
But anyway, she had the same coach for that whole time, and as things change, you need new things, new life, new stuff like that. She actually got a new coach. I'm sorry. His name isn't Ed Eyestone. Ed Eyestone, who coaches Connor Mance. Help me out. Yes, other people.
Connor and Clayton Young.
Clayton Young. Connor Clayton Young.
I just finished watching all those YouTubes.
They're good, aren't they?
Doing on just this build itself, and I can't imagine like not getting over running in the mountains like that. Like running like the scenery.
It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Have you seen those, Aaron?
No,
have you seen those? I think you really like those. Like the way that they're super high quality. They're made like little small mini documentaries. Very,
like 20
very well
minutes
made.
tops.
A lot of data, because it's like Cadence used to do it. I mean, there's a ton of data like as he's going through it. A lot of the coach talking, like, so it's almost like a mixture of like what FlowTrack used to kind of do, and what in like a documentary per episode. So I think you would actually like it a lot. But shout out to them. But then she moved out to Utah, so she's got a lot of things right on this. New coach, new city, new place, and wants some redemption because she hasn't had a good marathon in her mind for a little bit, because like trials and stuff like that. So we're looking forward to her pull through and have a great race. But then 5 days after that, she'll be sitting on a stage with us in Eugene at the Eugene Marathon Expo. 5 days after, sitting with us talking about the great race she just had, and then also the book that she just dropped. So let's go, Keira.
And also, listener questions. If you guys have a good question for Keira D'Amato, don't hesitate to send it over to our DMs on Instagram at the.pr.project. And if the question is worthy of asking, we might ask Keira D'Amato, and you might have your 15 seconds of fame with the PR project, and one of the foremost elite distance runners in American sports right now.
I've actually started to put together like a list of like questions so I won't forget. As you kind of like think of stuff, putting together a notes app. Some are really off the wall stupid, but other ones are legit like good questions. So we'll see how the interview goes. See which ones.
I don't think that like Venn diagram like doesn't like cross over. Like stupid, silly, good question. I think there's some
and she's just she's gonna be a good host for a guest for that, because she's always having fun. Her and Allie on the Run, or Allie Feller, they've had a bunch of shows together, but it's always fun. It's always inspirational, because that's just like what Keira does. So I think it'll be great. I'm really excited about it. I'm glad she said yes, and it just kind of shows like who she is by saying yes to that request to come out to Eugene. 4 days. She's got to fly out 4 days after Boston to Eugene. So we're really pumped about it.
And she's doing the shakeout run with the PR project.
Shakeout run with us.
we're hosting the shakeout run for Eugene as well, which is exciting.
Yeah, because last year we did a shakeout run, but it was like I think like a week before we are like, hey, we should try to do a shakeout run, see what happens. We had about like 20 people show up, which is great. But this year we are doing the official Eugene Marathon shakeout run, hosted by PR Project and Kira D'Amato. So like that's a big. I mean, that kind of like fumbled through. Like I mean, that didn't fumble. Like it was like we planted the seed a while ago and it happened now. But I think once we get there, we'll kind of realize like, oh, it's a big deal. Like we're actually hosting like the marathon's shakeout run. It's at 9:30 on Saturday morning. They picked 9:30 because if people want to watch or run the 5K that starts at 8, they want people to have enough time to get over and enjoy the shakeout run if they want to be a part of that too. So like this is fully a part of their schedule and plan, and we're super happy about it. What you got, Aaron?
I didn't realize we would be able to possibly run the 5K.
Yeah, so that's why she chose 9:30 so that people could do both or watch or race or do.
I think
you got to do it.
I think this might be a good segue. A good segue to what we're going to talk about in a minute. But I think doing three halves is also a good idea. But get them pancakes.
No. I think okay. Okay, Boston Marathon. What else do we have to talk about that? Oh, I may possibly be running the 5. I'm running the 5K in Boston.
Is that what it is? I don't know how. Can you talk about that? Because it's a marathon.
Okay, So I'm running. So two different things. So
it wouldn't be Tommy if he wasn't doing more than one.
Yeah. So yeah, that's so correct. So I'm doing the 5K, Boston 5K. It's on Saturday.
The
BAA 5K. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
They always have that on Saturday. And always thought it'd be fun to do, but it's like, wow, how do you do that if you're gonna run? So I'm gonna run. I don't know how fast I'm running. I'm not going for anything. Like I'm just gonna have fun, enjoy. Thank you so much, Adidas, for the invite to do that. I actually had my bib right here. That's crazy. They sent it to me beforehand.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clean. Harvard Pilgrim is a good insurance company. And then I know that because I had it. But also New Balance is doing a relay race, indoor on the track at the track relay race.
Track, right?
Yeah. So there's gonna be teams of people doing it. Believe in the Run invited me to do it like 4 months ago or something like that, or probably more. And I said yes. And then TSP happened. And so after TSP, I'm like, yo, I don't know how much help I'm gonna be for y'all, you know. And he's like, no, we're having fun. This is good. This is all for the good, you know. So
what day is that? What day is that?
That's also Saturday evening.
Okay, but so is it legit to say that your first miles post TSP will be in a 5K?
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody. I mean, how many? I mean, like the vibe that I say yes, and then we figure it out, right?
Yeah.
You know? I say you do the 5K with the walking sticks that you had at TSP.
Wow. Yeah. Man, hey, they would be like, "What is happening, bro? Is you doing cross country, skiing?" Yeah. So I'm doing the 5K, and then I'm doing the relay. But I told them like I'm not sure like how much this day is gonna give it to me. So
I'll probably
get like a mile in or something like that.
Did you have to give them a time? Do they have like
man. I think about. Listen, waves? I'm not saying Believe in Run isn't a real team, but I know that they're trying to have fun, and that's their first. For the 5K.
For the 5K, is there?
I think I said 80 minutes. No, I don't know what I said.
You're just trying to avoid the sweeper in the 5K.
Yeah, look, I'm terrified of 3 miles right now. Like I don't even know. I'm probably gonna go to ramp this week just to get like worked on, so I can just be ready to not get swept off the course. But I think it's gonna be fun.
Some pancakes, you're in big trouble.
Oh my god! If they got pancakes in Boston, it's over, bro. It's over. It's gonna be a can of baked beans in Boston. So I'm gonna be out there. This will be my first time being in Boston and not racing. I'm actually really looking forward to it because outside of the race and have whatever you feel about that, You know, like Boston is like a very special place when it comes to the weekend because of Newbury Street, and just the way that the events just happen so close to each other. Everybody's kind of like piled on top of each other within like several blocks of the same street or two, because some people are on the other side. But it's just, I think it would just, I always thought like, man, this would be really fun to be here to not not have to worry about Monday race. So this will be the first time I've done that. So please, if you see me, tap in or whatever.
Yeah, no, it's a small city, walkable city. Everything's right there. Yeah, they definitely should have a good time.
My best Boston Marathon in-person memory is the fact that I had a rental car, and it's impossible to park in Boston anywhere near the course on Marathon Monday. So I just put the car somewhere, and I got a parking ticket, and the rental place never hit me up about it, so I didn't have to pay it. So hey, park for free.
That's what you get for using Toro when it was first getting started. They didn't know who to send it to. Didn't you have Toro?
It might have been. I don't know. It was a while ago.
Yeah, I think you had like a BMW. I think you had like a BMW or something.
No.
Oh, okay.
Boston was something else. I don't remember. My memory's not there. I just know I got a ticket because I got back, and I'm like, I don't know how this is going.
We'll see.
I did have to pay some tolls though.
Now I be getting that spam, the spam tolls. Y'all get them text messages?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm like, yo, what? I ain't been in Wisconsin in years. All right. So, okay, back to Aaron, because I think this is good. I think we got to figure this out right here. So, Aaron, we're calling this segment Double Up. Aaron did a double up. That's really your go-to, bro. You double up quick.
Bonus,
2 marathons back to back. Bonus races. You just raced this weekend. You did Pittsburgh 2 weekends ago.
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia 2 weeks ago. Yeah. And then I've been saying Pittsburgh over and over.
And I haven't been to because it's like
I appreciate you. Thanks for letting it live. Pennsylvania, same thing. So you ran Philly, and then you just ran Martian half. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. So I wouldn't necessarily call this one a bonus, because the plan for my spring season was always to do more than one race. It wasn't like guaranteed to do like more than one half, but I told my coach from the jump that I wanted to explore doing multiple races in a season, just because like the idea of like doing all that training and like putting it all into one race, it started to feel a little archaic, I guess, because it's like I know that I'm usually fit enough and I recover well enough that I can do multiple races, like and race them well in a certain amount of time. So it also gave me the opportunity to not put so much emphasis and like so much energy around one specific day that could go a million different ways. So it's like this is a thing, but it's not the thing, you know? So Philly went great. PR at the half, ran 121.03. We kind of talked about it a little bit last week. Felt good. Had a pretty good day on a pretty challenging but not like super difficult course. My A goal was to run under 120. My B goal was to PR. I hit my B goal. I PR'd. I didn't get the 120, but I knew I wanted to run another one pretty soon after. I knew I wanted to run another half because it just felt so close. It felt like in my grasp, and I did feel like I may have left a little bit out there. So I started looking for other races that I could possibly do. And unfortunately, the weeks that I really thought would have been like prime for it, which would be next week and the week after, both kind of were preempted by things because next week is Easter weekend. So not a lot of races are going on. And then the week after that is Eugene. And I'm like, I don't want to tie myself to have to do things outside of our already like set schedule, i.e. I don't want to race Eugene because I want to be able to be fully present with all the other stuff that we're doing. So this was the weekend, Dearborn. I ran Martian last year to full. So I figured, hey, why not try the half? So ran the half yesterday and ran 27 seconds slower than I did in Philly, which was cool It was a totally different race than Philly because it felt way harder. But got it done. It was cool. It was a perfect day. Like I couldn't ask for a better day. And I got to see you guys out there. It was cool. It was cool. I have no complaints. I maybe made a few logistical errors, a few not logistical errors, but just like lifestyle choices that probably weren't best in the days leading up to the race that may have had an impact on the race. But you live and you learn.
I think running.
I mean, don't leave him hanging. Let's talk about what you did, sir.
I just did some, renovation around the house. I got a new bed, and I took my old bed apart, and I took it down the stairs. I took it down to the dumpster. I put my new bed together on Thursday, and I was racing on Saturday morning. And I guess the bed was a little heavier than I thought, and bending over and screwing, slats together and sidewall. Gary, you are. And doing that kind of stuff, it left my hamstrings a little sore and my back was a little sore the next day and going into Saturday. So I think that may have played a little bit of part into it, but we don't make excuses,
It sounds like you went full like Rocky IV in the weight training department. You didn't have real weight, so you just said, "Let me."
He's like, yeah.
Get a side of beef and use that as a heavy bag.
Yeah.
He said I done wrestled an alligator. Tussled with a whale. Like, all right, Ali, chill out. Bro,
alternative RDLs is what you're saying?
Something like that. For sure.
Yeah, don't do anything wild before a race. They say don't try anything new on race day, and they also mean like don't put together new beds as well, Aaron.
Yeah,
I gotta say though, you running two courses that had some elevation to run nearly back-to-back times or same times is pretty impressive, especially considering they're your two fastest ever.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm fitter than I've ever been in my life, and I did a good job of incorporating different types of training. So I definitely had some hill workouts in the build, did some strides on some hills. So it was cool. It was cool. Tommy, what are you doing?
So hear me out. So this is why you got to go, because we talked about you potentially having enough fitness. You're like the fittest you ever been. Like you were like, what if I did another half? But it was like maybe what you said, potentially a few weeks out. But then you got to try to stretch this fitness out a little longer. That's why I think you should race the pancake.
I just looked. It's sold out.
Bro, cut it out.
I'm just saying.
Cut it out.
Regular man. I'm not. I don't want to cut the line.
They were nice enough to get me a bib for marathon last year after it was sold out.
I've been on Marathon Investigation. I've seen bib bandits caught red-handed, and I don't want to bring that kind of shame to the PR project or my family's name. Is what I'm saying.
Give back some Marathon Investigation is like, you owe me half your pancakes. Half your pancakes right now, and this all goes away.
I think I'm texting to get word.
I think.
I got the text out to the powers that be. Said, hey, we live on the show right now. Can you potentially get Aaron a 5K bid?
If the bid is secured, I'll race the pancake.
I think you should do the half.
I mean, Gary, I think no.
The half is really sold out.
Well, when is the half?
The half a marathon.
No, man.
The half is at the same time as the full.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
would you want? What's the duck? Are you talking about the kids race?
I can smoke them. Them boys and girls.
Hey, one of them kids looked like he was about 20 last year. Bro finished what do you get? Like he dropped like a 16 something. Like yo, you need to go.
You ever seen the GIF they use when somebody playing sports and they look too big and it's from a movie. I don't know what movie, but they open up the paper and it's a picture of the grown man on there and it says I am 12. That's gonna be me.
Yeah, no. I think would you run the half?
I wouldn't want to commit to doing that. Like I said, I want to be more present with what we're doing, and I don't want to feel like, all right, now I got to be in bed early on Saturday and watch what I eat and this and that and that.
Gary,
I would do the 5K.
Misery loves company. Gary just wants you to to be miserable.
No,
And also that
I'm not gonna be miserable.
He like what? No, I mean,
mind you, I ran the Eugene Marathon, and I remember the first half, and the first half of the marathon is not.
It's probably the hardest part.
It's not fast. Fast
Right.
is not the first word I think when I think about that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Bro,
That is
bro
not
is gonna
conducive
be-
to a fast race just because of the crowd and then the hill. And
Yeah.
the last 3 miles are probably the best part of the whole half.
Yeah.
Because you hit
Yeah,
that.
I think-
Yeah.
No, I think you go 5K, you race the pancake. I race the pancake. Joe's race the pancake. So Detroit is 1-1 right now because Joe lost. You gotta
But
at least get us.
to be fair, Joe was like right behind the pancake. 100 meters,
mean-
but still behind. Like he was.
Number
he
2
was
is the first loser.
He's close.
Yeah, I mean, no, he did. He fought. He had to put up a valiant fight.
Yeah.
He just got burned. You know.
I'll tell you what.
Got on that skillet.
You slice up some bananas, or you put some.
Hey, a bird
apples next to
flapjack
that
ain't so
pancake?
bad.
I'm gonna get there. You feel me? I'm gonna get there.
No, I mean, I think the pancake, the year I won, all fairness though, the year I won, that guy was gassed.
Pancake had an off year. Pancake had an off year.
The year you won,
Yeah, like,
Prestige
I mean,
was
I ran well. Like I put up a decent time.
Yeah.
Considering I had just run Boston. Like, did I just run Boston?
Yeah.
And Joe just ran a race too right before that. I forgot what he ran. What did he run? He ran London.
You ran London.
Yeah, he ran London the week before. I ran Boston the week the 2 weeks before. I don't know. But yeah, Joe picked the bad year to race the pancake, honestly.
For sure.
So
Had
we'll
picked the
see.
fruit last year.
Oh. All right. I'll cover the answer. You want the answer?
I will not be racing the pancake.
Oh, it says Becky says, of course. Did I break up?
You a little bit,
Yeah,
but we
I
got
broke
you.
up.
We got you.
There you go. She said, of course, but only if he can beat the pancake.
Ooh.
Sure. Ask her who.
Sign him up.
Ask her to send me the Strava profile of the pancake.
He wants
I'll let you know.
So if you guys are watching this or listening, you don't know. So Eugene every year has Eugene is sponsored by Krusty's I don't know by Krusty's. They make pancake mix, cup like cake batter, all that type of stuff. But every year they have a 5K, and Flapjack and Flap Jill are lady and a guy, both wear a suit, a pancake suit. That
like
is
a round pancake suit too.
Like a round pancake.
Not wind resistant at all. Like it is.
Like, it is wind resistant. But it's like literally a pancake running full at you forward. And it's not normally it's like normally 40 something degrees. And if you're a guy and you beat Flapjack, you get a year's worth of pancake batter, pancake mix from Krusty's. And if you're a lady and you beat Flap Jill in the 5K, you also get whatever. I got a year's worth of it, and my kids tore it to shreds. And Aaron, I feel like you deserve to go after Flapjack and bring home the bacon or the pancake mix.
I'll try my best. I'll give it an effort.
Good. All right. So I said sign them up.
Give me a reason to wear Vaporfly, of course.
So yeah, we also big shout out to our friends over at Nike. Nike is going to be outfitting Gary and Ern, and apparently now Aaron. They're all going to be wearing the potentially wearing the Vaporfly floors. They're not locked in and they don't have to, but Vaporfly floors that have not. Ooh, there we go. Vaporfly floors that have not dropped yet, right?
I
don't know.
No, I don't think they dropped yet. Vaporfly floors, I have not put them on my feet yet. Gary has. Have any thoughts about them yet, Gary?
Real quick, they're definitely lighter than any other Vaporfly I've ever had.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Even like they're lighter than the first 1 and 2?
Yeah, they're
boy.
for sure lighter. And I think the only thing the biggest difference is the shoelaces don't have those notches. So they changed the shoelaces.
Back to like normal shoelaces?
Yeah. But
is there an issue?
Is that?
Does that lead to an issue?
It could. I've double knotted it and they've come undone once already. So,
boy.
But I will say they feel great. Like they feel good on feet. You know, I feel like my whole foot's on it. Like before the Vaporfly, like right here, I felt like half my foot was on. This time it's the full.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. So shout out to Nike. Thank you so much for the kicks. We'll see what we got. My sister
March
tapped
1.
in.
March 1.
March
Vaporfly initially dropped on March 1st. They are unavailable right now, but they do have 3 colorways on the Nike website that say coming soon. So
nice.
Aaron, my sister says, Aaron, you could totally beat the pancake.
Thank you.
Let's do this. All right. Now that that's said and done, we've got Aaron. He doubled up on 2 half marathons. He's going to finish out his streak, his fast spring streak with a good fast half. I mean, fast 5K. My bad.
Back to the senior time for one of my 5K PRs that I'd set in 2022 was in Eugene. So
dang,
that's right.
Dang, nice little full circle moment for the bro. What else we got, fellas?
Love to see it.
I got like a really cool like inspiration on my run today. We were in Belle Isle. I was with Ern and Joe, and I was doing 2 by 5 miles at -5 goal marathon pace. I'm on my second loop, and I'm feeling good. When the first mile of my second loop, feeling pretty good, and then you hear that little bell. I heard a little bell, and then I heard on your left, and there was bikers just flying by me, and one of them said, "Holy, that guy is hauling ass." He's talking about me. Bikers give me a compliment to a runner.
That doesn't happen often.
It's unheard of, and that got me through the rest of that whole run because I just thought that's all I needed to hear right there was.
So you only get like a compliment from somebody riding a bike if they're like just kind of like recreationally like riding like a mountain bike on a road. They're just kind of like, oh, wow, you took a long time for me to catch up too, you know, but not like cyclers, like Peloton, like head down vibes. They don't say anything. Occasionally you get a little wave. Yeah. Good job, Gary.
I was really. That's it. That's going to get me.
If they know what wattage is, they definitely.
Say it again.
It's like as soon as you learn about power output, you lose your ability to compliment runners.
No, because it's like we don't know what power output
category of endurance.
I mean,
but yeah, no, that's fire. And Gary, it's good to hear that your workout went well. This was pretty much your last workout your last big workout before Eugene. So, everything is firing as it should.
Yeah, everything's ready to go. A couple more little SOS days, but nothing like today. Today was a big one. 16 miles total. So had to.
You wore the Vaporflies today?
I wore the Vaporflies today, and I wore them this past Wednesday. Yeah.
Okay.
So want to break them in. So now we're gonna put them away until race day.
Oh, so you've decided those are it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I can definitely do well in these. And I got my PR in the Vaporfly too, so I'm comfortable wearing.
Yeah.
With this model, for sure.
Dope.
Look forward to seeing you out there.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't.
Probably on bikes like crazy people.
Yeah, we got to figure out. We did it weird. We did it weird last year. We got to figure out how to be better.
We just got to.
Yeah, because I think Ern and I are gonna have bottles in your baskets. That's no euphemism. That's we want a bottle, so to help us out here.
Speaking of marathon,
Ern had a good race too. Ern had a good workout too. He did a half marathon simulator. So he's ready to go.
Oh yeah. So
and that's post TSP for Earns. That's his first big workout.
Man, listen. I'm really riding on Earn doing a good job here in Eugene because every step he took through between LA and Vegas, I'm like, bro, yeah, I don't want him to have a bad Eugene. Because when I said, like, are you sure you want to do this? He's like, no, I'm good. It'll work out. I'm like, oh my God, bro. Like, you got a goal race, but I think he'll be fine. It was just a big week. A lot of easy running. So he just got a lot of time on feet. I would assume that 26 miles, he may be like, this ain't that bad. I hope so.
Yeah, honestly, he was right on target for his run today. Like, it wasn't too fast, too slow. Like, just really averaged it out perfectly for him. So I think he's going to do great.
My mom said, how many miles did Earn run during TSP? I think it was like 108 or 9, something like that. So that's
the most he's ever ran in a mile. I mean, in a week.
Yeah, for sure. By a lot, by at least 30 or 20 something. But it should be all good. All good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
I think like halfway through, like 13 miles. I just did 107.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hopefully it's like, oh no. Yeah. The perspective switch, you know what I'm saying? But also, before we wrap this up, we'll have a little final conversation real quick. But remember, this podcast is brought to you by Sur Nutrition. 15% off sur.co, sur.co, code PR Project. You want to support us in some way? Tap in, grab something from Sur Nutrition, use our code, and get a discount. Try their products. Tag us when you do. That's it. That's all I got.
I took all
that was pretty clean too.
Before Martian.
I thought you were about to say you took an alt red before this conversation.
No, I would have been speaking a million miles a minute.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So I'm super excited about this whole spring. Like once this, there's so many races going on right now. Like Rotterdam just happened. Jeffrey Kamrar just won in Rotterdam. Like two other marathons happened this morning too.
Jersey City. Our friend Adam from previous podcasts raced that one. Oh. And Adam Crampton.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
A double dip of Adams.
Oh. Okay.
Our friend Chris ran Paris, Chris Chung. So
yep.
First marathon.
Oh. Chris ran Paris. I gotta tap in. Did he do okay?
Yeah, he didn't have the day he wanted to have, but it was his first marathon and he finished it. So big shout out to him.
Yeah. And I don't know what Paris is like.
The Paris marathon, Asia ran that. So it's the one she ran. But and then the Paris Marathon was one of the NDSS was one of the charities for the Paris Marathon this year as well. So that was cool.
Dope.
Yeah.
Dope. That must be nice to run around Paris.
I bet.
Like I wonder if it's like hilly or whatnot. I don't really know. I've never been. I think
it's pretty challenging actually.
Well, because I know they did the Olympic Paris version, but that was so much different than like the normal one. But I'm sure it's not like it can't be the flattest marathon.
One moment, let's take a look.
One moment, please.
Per Find My Marathon, there is 474 feet of elevation gain, so not crazy, but
474 feet. I mean, it's not light work, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, for sure. So
3 hours and 30 minutes.
3 hours 30. Okay, I don't know what his goal time was either, though. But
me neither.
Yeah, but good job to everybody who raced this weekend or last, and shout out to everybody that's prepping to get to Boston. And I'm sure that there's other marathons happening. I mean, there's like, isn't Newport same weekend?
Newport Row races is the same weekend in Boston. Yeah, and then 26 Point True.
26 Point True.
They do that thing out in Boston that same weekend as well. So shout out to Malik in the comments. Malik Jordan, he's running Boston first time. So
Herm is
expectation
doing the 26-point true.
Fire.
Oh, nice.
Fire.
Which is dope. Which is cool. And yeah, like I'm really excited to see what Malik does out there. Have fun. We all know you're gonna run with heart, or courage, whatever the line needed. I don't know. But yeah, have a good time out there.
The key is to run with the brain.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Run with the brain for the first 22, run with the heart for the last 4.
Run with courage the whole time.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, wow, we just did that. Wow, look at that full circle moment. Brought to you by Sir Nutrition. What are you about to say, Gary?
I was gonna say, make sure you get yourself home, and if anybody says that they're a wizard, do not believe them.
Yeah,
and if you
true.
see a witch under a house, just know she probably deserved it.
Yeah.
Leave her alone. Let her be. All right, you guys. Peace out. Send us your cured amount of questions if you have any. And we'll see you next week. Tap in with Sir Nutrition.
Shout out to 500 subscribers on YouTube.
I am.
Love y'all.